Всем доброго времени суток, уважаемые подписчики канала, с вами Мегакол, мы продолжаем проходить Mass Effect. В предыдущей серии мы с вами уничтожили Тарианина, спасли колонию, вообще все очень круто сделали, и закончилось все на том, что у нас благодаря просто охренительным, я не знаю, багам каким-то, я, короче, ничего не мог делать, но мне пришлось перепроходить Тарианина. Вот это вот Азари будет помогать колонистам восстанавливать свои силы. Но сейчас мы с вами идем на Нормандию, возвращаемся с вами на наш корабль, потому что делать здесь больше нечего. Ну, единственное, что... Наверное, сейчас поговорим. Потому что, может быть, у него действительно есть что-нибудь новенькое, интересное, но что-то мне подсказывает, что нет, потому что... О, кстати... Беру. Так, ну продавать будем потом, там продавать много, нам что надо. Там вообще много чего надо делать. Так, угу. А вот у меня новый пистолетик появляется. Ладно, давайте сейчас отправимся на Нормандию. Короче, будем... Ой. Будем сейчас с вами настраивать... А, господи. Привычка на F нажимать уже. Будем сейчас, значит, с вами снаряжение расстанавливать и... Ну, потому что мне очень много там всяких улучшений, которые мне вообще вот не нужны. И которые вообще по-хорошему нужно продать. Вот, вообще много всякого бесполезного хлама. И его всего вообще нужно продать. И сейчас мы с вами будем этим заниматься. Также пойдем на наше дополнительное задание, которое мы с вами нашли, ну, здесь же на Ферросе. Когда прибыли в Экзогене, нам пришло какое-то непонятное сообщение. Какое-то секретное послание, и нам нужно, короче, будет на него отреагировать, посмотреть. Там нас на одну планету зовут. Нужно будет посмотреть, что это, ну, естественно, прокачать уровень наших героев, потому что, по-моему, я там уровень 4 получил, 3. Вот, и вот сейчас, прямо сейчас будем этим всем заниматься. Конечно, займет, естественно, некоторое время. Но почему бы и нет?
Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. Incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Did you see anything?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision, what was there at least, but something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... Oh. I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Dr. Chakwas should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharaoh's report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogenia should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
The Thorian liked to enslave minds. Anyone who studied it would have ended up as one of its thralls.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
Отличненько. Так, ну и пойдем сейчас страдать, наверное. Потому что я сейчас буду просто путаться миллионы раз, реально. Это сейчас будет достаточно проблематичная ситуация. Будем настраивать снаряжение наших товарищей. Но там на самом деле ничего сложного, наверное, будет. Я займет примерно где-то, не знаю... простите. Займет, наверное, секунд. Даже не секунд, минут. Минут 5, наверное. Потому что там нужно будет расставить хорошее улучшение. Потому что если я нашел получше, то нужно будет их поставить. А если нашел не очень, то, ну, естественно, такое. Еще нужно поговорить с ними, потому что они после каждой такой крупной миссии могут кое-что сказать. Так, ну, Лиаре, в принципе, настраивать нечего. Единственное, что я, наверное, могу из лет 5 поставить, потому что точно здесь особо не важна. А вот урон ей, думаю, подойдет. Так, ну, по улучшениям у нее, в принципе, все нормально. Длинёный рель. О, господи, нет, я поставил это. Нет. Да, там улучшенный прицел, это нам все не нужно. Здесь огневая мощь. Все одно и то же. Криопатроны есть. Вот так вот и поставим, только единственное, что... Так, здесь я ставить ничего не буду, это я ей тоже не буду ставить, это я тоже ничего не буду ставить, это я ей... единственное, что, наверное, только... Есть еще на щиты? На щиты есть, да? Так, Талия, ты у нас бегаешь с... Ёлки-палки, для тебя тут вообще все шикарно, я смотрю, да? Так, ну давай пистолет себе какой тут покруче. Давайте райку до 4. Сюда. Прицел, что ли. Все остальное не очень. И какой-нибудь... Не, бронебойные. Ты у нас против синтетиков вообще гениально просто будешь. Так, это я тебе не ставлю. На щиты есть? Есть. Так, хорошо. Рекс. Вот для Рекс сейчас дробовички прям идеально, наверное, будут, да? О, катана 5. Улучшение. Так, крупнокалиберный 3. Господи, сколько удлиненных рельс. Это просто жесть, конечно. Патроны молот. Криопатроны, что ли, поставить ему? Давайте разрывные. А, это урон органическим противникам. Ну, ладно, давайте поставим. Так, пистолет тебе не ставлю. Тебе не ставлю. Так, здесь... Тяжелая броня Кроган, телохранитель 5. 4, то есть у меня 3. Поставим? Это же круче, правильно? Так, прочность. Так. Активная ткань 5. Угу. Так, Гарус. Ну, Гарус был только что, ему настраивать тоже, наверное, сейчас нечего. Так, снайперки никакие ему интересны. Но я его... только вот... Защита тех биоурон. Да давай. В принципе, вот такая, ну, типа, да, но, блин, так покруче будет. Так, Кайден с пистолетиком. Ничего интересного тебе тут. Вообще нечего ему дать, охренеть просто. Эшли, штурмовка тебе не нужна. Дам тебе дробовик. Дам тебе пистолет, что ли. Потому что она у меня совсем же бегает, да? Так, и вот здесь вот могу и что-то поставить, но только смысла в этом вообще никакого нету. Все, теперь осталось только все это дело продать. Сейчас много денег, наверное, заработаем. А, ну как много, охренеть, он вообще по дешевке все это покупает. Офигеть. Ты мне платить будешь, нет? О, более-менее. Ой, вот так вот. Примерно как-то так. Так, вот эта броня для меня. Она круче, чем моя. Покупаем. Так, средняя броня, легкая броня, Скорпион, нормальный пистолет, Кеслер 3. Тут делать нечего. Окей. Так, ну и на себя. На себя-то надо поставить броню-то новую, да? Бам. Дизайн только не меняется. Мне дизайн что-то вообще не нравится, на самом деле. Реально не нравится. Ну, хорошо, затарились. Ладно, давайте. Так, сейчас кодекс. До свидания. Так, у нас с вами по основному только наверие, но здесь вот странное сообщение. Но сначала поговорим.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Вот так вот.
Commander?
Ну, и причем они будут говорить что-то новое после каждой большой такой миссии сюжетной.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
A few minutes to talk, one-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
No, ma'am. And anyway, Scuttlebutt says he's already sweet on someone. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am?
Вообще-то я сам подошел. Не надо мне тут оправдываться еще.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Ну, а тебе новое задание. Да? Слушайте, я хочу его поймать. Очень сильно хочу его поймать. Вот реально. Мы за ним отправимся, наверное.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Starin's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
That must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture.
We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Тут она ничего нового не скажет.
I should go.
See you later.
Ну окей. Ну, видите, тут у всех персонажей есть какие-то свои проблемы, которые я, конечно, хочу очень сильно решить. И если сможем, то, естественно, всем поможем. То есть, ну, сейчас мы, наверное, с вами отправимся за этим... За этой мразью. Поможем Гарусу, потому что пока что это единственный персонаж, которому я могу помочь, а я очень сильно хочу ему помочь на самом деле. Если я буду им помогать, они, естественно, будут тоже лучше относиться там ко мне и лучше будут работать. Что с Кайденом у нас?
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
That's not the appropriate way to address your commanding officer, Lieutenant.
I wasn't speaking to you as my commanding officer, ma'am. I don't want to send any bad signals. Just, working on what I've picked up. You tell me if I'm going too far.
We haven't had much off-duty time to talk. You have an issue with how things are going?
I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. Do you get my meaning?
Talk to me, Caden. You got a little black rain cloud sitting over your head.
I'll try to keep the deck dry. You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified, because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Canadics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. To introduce himself, he liked to say, "I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father." Well, I told him my dad wasn't in the war. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to new beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do to help you get over it?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming to terms with yourself. You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
Special, huh?
If I'm out of line, just say the word.
You're not out of line, Caden. But there are regs.
I get you, Shepard. I don't make a habit of complicating the chain of command. Just think about what I said.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness. I was thinking of calling him. Maybe he can get some shipments into Pharos. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Talk later, Caden.
I'd like that.
Окей. Так, ну у нас с вами, значит, появляется задание Гаруса. Вот эти два задания нам нужно с вами будет выполнить, и мы их с вами выполним в следующей серии. Оба причем, скорее всего, я думаю, что Гаруса задание не очень-то и долго займет времени, ну а странное сообщение это мы еще с вами посмотрим. Но пока что я хочу с вами попрощаться. Такая у нас такая пассивная серия, никуда мы с вами не выехали даже, ну ладно. Если вам понравилось это видео, то поставьте лайк, прокомментируйте и подпишитесь. Увидимся в следующей серии. Всем удачи и до новых встреч.